Welcome back, boys and girls. And today I'm doing a review on another great plinker, Walther P22. My buddy Daniel lent me this pistol so I could do a review on it. So thank you, Daniel. And let's get on with the review and shooting. Now, Daniel did tell me that when he was shooting this, he has some malfunction issue with it. I also noticed a lot of people are complaining about the same problem. He wants to take this apart, give it a good clean, and hopefully when I take it out, it will shoot better. We'll see. Okay, first let's talk about the price. He paid $300 for this pistol. And it feels really good in my hand, and I could get all my 3 fingers on the pistol grip. This is double single action pistol, and it's also dry fire safe. Overall length on this pistol is 6.3 inches, the height is 5 inches, and the barrel length is 3.4 inches. And the weight without the magazine, 15.2 ounces, so it's about 15 ounces. With the magazine, it's 1 pound and 1 ounce, so it's 17 ounces. And it comes with 3-dot sight, and the rear sight windage is adjustable. And we have the safety here, which is ambidextrous for right-handed and left-handed. It is empty. And the part that gets me a little confused is that if you have it in safety, the hammer will still strike, and if you have it on fire, obviously it's gonna strike again. But now one thing that I noticed is that if you put it in safety, you're gonna see the hammer cocking back just a little bit, and it shows that it's not actually hitting the firing pin. So I guess if you fire it like this, the hammer still will move. It just won't hit the firing pin. But that's a little bit scary for me. But I'm gonna check that at the range and see what happens. And in the front, we have takedown lever over here, and that's the action release. And we have magazine release button here at the bottom of the trigger guard. That's kind of unique, but honestly, I don't really like it a lot because it's really hard to work it unless you practice it a lot. So at the very inner edge of the trigger guard, and it will pop out. And this is 10-round magazine. Or with a practice, you can use your thumb for fast release. But honestly, that's not too comfortable. And at the bottom of the barrel, we have accessory rail. Action release is not too bad. Okay, let's check the trigger. Okay, double action, like most guns, they're pretty stiff. I'll say it feels like between 7.5 to 8 pounds. Single action. It does have a little bit of pre-travel, and it's not really light. I would say probably about 5 pounds. Double action. Okay, 8 pounds and 5 ounces. Single action. £5 and 1.5 ounce. So honestly, trigger is not bad, but it's not really great either. And this pistol, if you remove the magazine, you can't fire. Honestly, I'm not sure why that is, because if this is dry fire safe, I'm not sure why that function is needed. If any of you guys know, let me know. Alright, let's take it apart and take a look. Okay, this spring has been updated. The previous one had a really long spring, and people really had a hard time putting it back together. But this one actually has the cap on top to hold the spring in, so it's much easier. I also heard that screw right there sometimes tends to come loose, and that rubs against the slide, making a malfunction issue. I actually tightened it to make sure it's not rubbing against the slide. I also heard that hammer here tends to touch the bottom of the slide, causing the malfunction as well. And I've seen people polishing this or grinding it down a little bit, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take it out and fire it as it is and see if we have any problem. And the barrel has lock nut at the end, And it comes with a little tool to release the nut, and then you can actually take the whole barrel out. So this actually has thinner barrel inside and has a housing barrel outside. And I'm not sure why that is, but I think that's to reduce the vibration for the accuracy. All right, I'm gonna put it back together. You want to make sure that takedown level is all the way down. Disassembling it and assembling it is not easy as the other pistols, but once you get used to it, it's pretty simple. This is 10 round magazine. Here it says made in Germany. And this also has the loading guiding handles, so it's easier to fit. But it's not really smooth as my Browning or Ruger. Okay, honestly, before I did the review, I actually took it apart and gave it a good clean and tighten up the screw. So now let's hit the range and see how she does. I'm going to be shooting SK Standard and Federal Target Grade. Okay, I came to the range today and nobody was here. So there are a couple of guys waiting for the range to be open. And I'm not on duty today, but they couldn't be happier that I'm here so we could all shoot together. Okay, first let's check the safety. Safety on. Yep. So the hammer strikes, but the 5-pin is blocked. I really don't like this. Safety off. Right low target at 25 yards. Okay, this is 25 yards, and that's with the 22. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5, and I got some up there. But it's not too bad of shooting, but I could have done better. I'm gonna allow myself to do 10 rounds of rapid fire. This functions fine. I never had any malfunction. Now, one thing that I noticed is that this does have a long reset, so rapid fire was not easy as I thought it's gonna be. My final thoughts on P22. Except for a couple of design flaws, I think it's a decent pistol. I never had any malfunction on this pistol. But again, I really don't like the safety system, magazine release, and the little screw inside the slide, and the takedown level. Other than that, it's a good pistol. Again, I'm gonna give you the honest review, so you guys make the choice. And lastly, like always, thank God for what you have. Enjoy life with what you got. But research everything you need to know before you spend your hard-earned money. See you.